Hi, my name is Robert Dalton. I'm the Executive Director of the Opticians Association of Canada. I have been an optician, a practicing optician, for about 27 years, and I practice with a small family practice in Halifax, Nova Scotia. I did my 27 years there, and then I volunteered. During those 27 years, I volunteered with the Provincial Association, then I volunteered with the National Association, and I actually applied for the job to be the Executive Director of the Opticians Association of Canada. I was lucky enough to land it, and now here I am 10 years into this position and still continuing to really enjoy what I do. The mission of the OAC is something that I've felt from the very beginning when I became an optician. It is that community of opticians that I now get to serve and protect. It's not difficult for me to get up in the morning and go to work because what I'm doing is fulfilling something in me as well. And so I appreciate the opportunity to be able to go out in the world every day and promote all the opticians in Canada. There is a difference in a national association and a provincial association, and there's a need for a national association and a provincial association and or chapter and or body or group or community of opticians that from that local area can bring their concerns to the table of the OAC. What we do here at the OAC is we advocate to the federal government, but we also represent opticians to industry as well, and industry is very global now. So the National Association tends now, these days, to take the lead on those sort of projects as well, and that kind of communication. If we think about education, the National Association will we will go to find experienced speakers, new business models, new education that perhaps might be on a more definitely a more broader picture and definitely a more broader competencies, we'll say. As opposed to your provincial association or a provincial chapter perhaps, they will be a little bit more grassroots in their learning. So maybe the regulatory body in that area has identified record keeping as something that they would like opticians to know more about in that jurisdiction. Your provincial association probably would be more in tune with that and would offer that specific education. Jurisprudence is another interesting thing that we've been talking about, and I know jurisprudence is slightly different in each province because of course the legislation is different. So that would be something we would work with each province to, if we were going to develop education on it, we would have to work with each provincial association and or chapter to be able to specifically tailor it for that region. As an association, we are very collaborative, and we'll work with any organization that has a similar mission and or mandate, or at least aligns with our mission or mandate, which is supporting opticians. And that's not to say that if somebody's making money from that we won't align ourselves with them too. We certainly can. We are a nonprofit, so we represent opticians, and we use their money plus industry money plus some other revenues that we get to support them. But there are businesses out there that do make money, profit, from things like CE, and that's cool, that's fine, we don't argue with that, and we may even align ourselves with them to help develop some really high quality CE that may be needed in the marketplace. When it comes to colleges, we're very collaborative with colleges. We do try to understand where they're coming from in terms of they have a very different mission than we do. They're out there to support and help the public. So, if an optician is being reported to the college as maybe not practicing in the way that that customer wanted them to, then we have to be on the optician side, whereas the college would be on the, even though they might be opticians on the college itself as an organization has a mandate that they have to be on the public side. And that's what self-regulation is all about, and we can't change that. Two very different organizations with two very different missions. Respectful to both and collaborative. And there are times when we can align ourselves with the college and go forward on certain projects. I think there's a way for colleges and associations to join together. And I think perhaps public messaging and public communications can be another one, to let the general public know the importance of an eye exam, the importance of getting a pair of glasses, the importance of looking after your eyes, the importance of how young a person should be before they first get to have their eyes checked. I think those kind of things we can collaborate on for sure. The association is built on a number of pillars. CE, continuing education, professional learning, that's absolutely paramount in the OAC, something we really focus on, and we've delivered I think 13,000 credits this year, or professional learning sessions this year, to opticians in Canada. We're very proud of that. 13,000 is a lot. The professional liability insurance is another thing which I really can't speak enough about. It is the essence of what the OAC is created for, which is protecting the optician. So your professional liability insurance surrounds you with a layer of legal protection in case one of your customers is going to come back and sue you for who knows what. But if you really want safety, all you have to do is join the OAC and you get this free security blanket that surrounds you for professional liability insurance. Those two things are very important that the OAC offers. There's a hidden benefit to the OAC that is more difficult to talk about and more difficult to identify, and that's the advocacy role. That's our role talking to industry, that's our role talking to big employers, and that's our role talking to government as well as colleges. Without the input that the OAC gives, and the input, understand, is not an organizational input. It's an input that we learn from the ground floor. We learn it from our opticians who tell us at events, who tell us when they email us, they tell us when we're on webcasts, and they give us the input back to us so that we can then give that and give their message to industry, government, colleges, et cetera, et cetera. That is an immeasurable benefit to opticians, probably not spoken enough about, and I think for sure not identified as one of the leading reasons why people would join the OAC. I see the association as a scout. So we're on a journey, we know we're on a journey, it's been a long journey, and it's going to be a long journey for the rest of our lives and those lives who come behind us. Opticianry is solid in Canada. Opticianry is going to grow in Canada. Opticianry is going to change in Canada. The OAC is going to be there to scout out that horizon and bring that information back to opticians today, opticians of tomorrow, and of course the students that are in school and the people that are in high school that are eventually going to come and become opticians. We're going to give them the information that's going to help them identify the tools they need to become really successful. That's the role of the OAC. If you're looking to get in touch with me, you can call me at the office at the 1-800 number, of course. You can call me on my cell phone at 902-476-8116. You can email me at rdalton@opticians.ca. You can contact me through LinkedIn, and if you are not connected to me through LinkedIn, please do. There's so much information that we disseminate through LinkedIn, and I want to be sure that everybody gets the information.